My questions pertains to that. Today we have spoken about. First one is, what are the main aspects of imperialist character of China? Why it is lacking to the military challenges and interventions of USA, which will decide the global power shift in the current scenario? This is the first one I want to get some explanation. The second one is, how digitalization of the central bank currency weakens dollar dominance. You have mentioned about that. Because now the blockchain technology and the currencies and more the Trump also wanted to introduce the digital currency. What is the name? They are in the speculation market also, unorganized. So, but how you are saying that this digitalization of the central bank currencies weakens the dollar dominance, and how it is gaining the importance of other currencies? Then the third one is, you are mentioned that the finance capitalists, more the speculative business who are doing the derivatives and other all the stock markets and all the things, they are the most topmost millionaires throughout the world. How they are deciding the world division of labor and extraction of global surplus value? Because so far as I have a slight difference in your view, because still the production and the service sector is dominating the world throughout the capitalist, even in China, the US also, the Nvidia and other artificial intelligence and the chip companies are the leading market holders in the share markets, both in the share market and in the real production markets also, and determining some things. So I want to just want a clarification on that point from you. The last one is, whether the internationalization of the capital leads to a world rivalization in various countries simultaneously, as earlier expected by Marx in Europe. Whether this type of a new thing has happened, because after Lenin's imperialism state, I think Comrade Manohar has stated in Tamil, the REDSTAR stand is that the imperialism,
new stage,
not the highest state. So how you are connecting the Lenin's the theory of the new stage of capitalism into these world revolutionary aspects? Thank you.
You know that it cannot be explained in a simple way, and it may not be, therefore may not be, should be explained in detail, but may not be satisfactory also. If the example was put, consider it as my response, not as a reply. Okay. Reply means it should be satisfactory, it is only a response.
It can be one line reply.
That I will do. That you send my phone number, I will do it. You can send me, my email is there, WhatsApp is there, this number is there. Now this PPP, my understanding that purchasing power, parity means, so $1, how much you can purchase in America? The same dollar, how much commodity can be purchased in India? That is purchasing. So based on that, the rupee India rate should be calculated. The rate of exchange rate between dollar and rupee should be in terms of how much dollar will needed to purchase a basket of goods. My understanding, a basket of goods in America, the same basket of goods in India. That basket, suppose in America it needs $1. Okay, $1 in India means 90 rupees. So in India, you may need only 10 rupees or 20 rupees. Just example I am saying, purchasing the same product. Am I right? Therefore, this nominal GDP calculated in dollar will be very less for India. Clear? That is why, in terms of purchasing power parity, Indian GDP is $17 trillion. Now only 4 trillion. If you follow purchasing power parity, India is $17 trillion GDP is there. China is having 40 trillion. Clear? 40 trillion dollar according to PPP, purchasing power parity theory. America is having only 30 trillion, only 75% of China. This is PPP estimate. But in nominal terms, America is having 30 trillion today. That is why American 30 trillion not change. But the purchasing power parity means that China will become 40 trillion, India will become 70 trillion. What 7? This is the purchasing power parity measurement. That means in terms of the real purchasing powers of a currency in the respective countries, in terms of that, this nominal value is not according to, this is the point. Clear? That is what I said. That is, other things what you said is that should be. Because in my view also, the statistics measured by statisticians, data measured by economists are not experienced by common people. We know, no experience. Per capita income. Per capita income means income per people, per head. That is per capita income. India's per capita income is a particular thing. What is the meaning? It is the Ambani Adani and the man who is having not even one time, where 1 meal a day. All are questions that we have to discuss at a different level. I need not go into that. Okay. Then similarly, you said about the capitalist flow between US and EU and EU. My understanding is that that's okay. That means the problem now is that actually this question, now the question is being discussed in the context that European Union was having a what is called a relatively cost-free security. That is the point. European Union until now was having a cost-free security. That Trump is not allowing, number one. Second is, now Trump is imposing tariff on European Union not because of this question alone, but because American market is now, America is, that is what I said, America is a high cost country. America is not suitable for production now compared with China. China can produce commodities at the cheapest cost today because of the labor is cheap. Chinese labor is the cheapest in the world. That is why American companies are flocking to China. You know, Walmart. Walmart is the biggest multinational company in the world. If you take a company, Elon Musk is the individual billionaire, but Walmart is the biggest multinational company in the world. That is global trading platform. Walmart. 60% of the Walmart procurement is from China. Why? China is the cheapest source. An American company is procuring from China, selling in America. That is the point. Now China is exporting to America because American companies, producers cannot compete with China. Even though America is, you see, neo-fascist, Trump-fascist, everything is there, but the wage rate compared with China is very high. Compared with India, the wage rate of an average American worker is 20 times that of India. Therefore, American companies are not interested to produce in America. Their profit will go down. I am not saying that America is not capable to produce. America is capable to produce, but for American companies, American MNCs, producing commodities is costly, not profitable. That is the case. For them to purchase from China and Europe, selling it there, that is profitable. That is another point. So these are complex situations. Therefore, the capital flow that is already there. You see, after the Second World War, you have heard about the Marshall Plan, European Recovery Program. Marshall Plan. That is the Marshall Plan was the thing that developed Europe. Because large scale in Europe, American investment was there in Europe. After the Second World War, all American companies came to Europe. But after certain what has happened, Europe is also capitalist. So they can compete with the American companies within a span of 2 decades. They overcame America. Therefore, they are also now capable, and now what happens is that they are dominating in many spheres of production compared with America. That is one advantage of Europe compared with America. That is why Europe is exporting to America. Now Trump wants protect America, and he also said that somebody also said about these global LPG. He also says, yeah, correct. Now Trump says that this liberalization, globalization, privatization, that internationally, that thing is not workable. Because if it is going, America will collapse. If you have a free market, America cannot compete with China or with Europe. That is the problem. Therefore, America, Trump is imposing time on Europe, on China, and on even on India. Then what has happened? 1.2 trillion collapse of American income will be there, because what happens? Because of the import of this tariff, American consumers have to pay more. Not only that, American producers will be facing problem. Even though tariff is there, still American producers cannot compete with Indian, or this problem is there. So it's a very complex question that we cannot explain within a one word or one question. That we have to detailed discussion is needed. That is why that needs detailed discussion. Another point the comrade said that about what is called 2008 crisis. You said that
I can add just one thing on it. See, the movement of capital, export of capital, even those olden days also has been given gone to the developed countries more rather than the underdeveloped countries.
pardon, develop.
The export of capital in Lenin's time also has gone more to the developed country than to the underdeveloped country. So it is not a general theory that only for underdeveloped country you get more surplus. Even in developed countries you get a more surplus. The statistics clearly shows that 60% of the capital export from any developed country is goes to the developed country, and only 30-40% goes to the underdeveloped country.
No difference. I am not contradicting that. I am not contradicting.
I think he has not understood the question. Okay, you is a developed country.
Okay.
Sir,
Murchilla.
That is why we need discussion. What comrades and that is, I agree. No difference. I agree. But what I said is that now a new theory is coming that India, Nepal, or all countries are exporting capital. Not only imperialist countries. That is the point. So I will come to that. Now another question. This what is called
America's GDP debt to GDP ratio.
yes, I agree. I agree. That is true. I have no difference. That will not contradict our analysis. What I said is in conformity with that.
No, when you say that they can print dollars, why is this condition? They can do it, why should they go for 20%?
Okay, the problem today is that now China is holding 3.2 trillion American reserve. That now they are reducing it, and Europe is reducing, Japan is reducing. Many countries are now going after gold reserve. That is why gold price is going up. Now where the gold price is going up and dollar is going down. Only Indian rupee and dollar, Indian rupee is collapsing. But except India, all currencies of the world are relatively appreciating. Dollar is depreciating. All these are common. We will discuss these questions later.
Right.
Now the question of this what is called this bargaining. What bargaining and union? Okay, correct. But I am just telling one example. During Indira Gandhi's time.
In the socialist country.
Okay. I mean, no. Yes, our party. CPM Gupta. Am I right? Comrade is correct. You asked that question. So in 2022, our party program, we have put for the first time sorry, on China I am saying first. In that party program, we have clearly stated that China is an imperialist power. I tell you, you can take a 2022 party program. In that party program is the basic document. There it is clearly stated that China is an imperialist power. This is clearly stated. Second is, that is what we said just now, union partner. Union partner question also, we said that earlier Comprador was the thing, okay. But while Comprador is being used, union partner means internationally, Adani, Ambani, Tata, Birla can act as union partners of American or European imperialism. That is the point, because internationalization of capital. Some comrades have also asked internationalization of capital means this not merely Comprador. Relations are changing. And but Modi RSS is a lackey of America, that is another question. So it is complex. Similarly, fascism question. Fascism is also today, the basis of fascism is capital. That is a Marxist position. Material basis of fascism is finance capital, corporate capital. Because according to Marxism, it is the terrorist dictatorship of the most reactionary capital. That is fascism. But ideologically, according to the concrete situation, ideological base of fascism will change. In Sri Lanka, you see, fascism cannot be in imperialist countries. It was during the colonial period. Today, fascism can be in any country. A dependent country, oppressed country can be fascist. Fascism, because capital is internationalized. Capital is always everywhere together. Capital is now complete to global reach. Therefore, fascism can originate in a underdeveloped, I mean in a dependent country, in an oppressed country. Therefore, capital is dominating. But ideological base, in Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Buddhism can be. In Latin America, evangelism can be. In West Asia, political Islam can be. In Zionism there, India it can be Hindutva, political Hinduism, that is RSS, suffragism. So therefore, according to the concrete historical social situation of countries, the ideological basis of fascism will change, but the material basis will be the same, that is capital. That is India. It is alive. It is capital is the gainer. When RSS is imposing fascism in India, it is not it is connected with imperialism. Imperialism, Indian capitalism, everything is Indian non-capitalism in the same way, but capitalist relations are there. Capitalist relations are there, not a copy of European or American capitalism, it is different. Okay, so that we have to discuss. Similarly, I will be briefing. According to Lenin, let us follow Lenin. What is Leninist position? This is the era of epoch of imperialism. A capitalist country means it is imperialist. Either it should be dependent or it should be exploitative. There is no other option. How can a capitalist country remain without imperialism? China is an independent country. Only two countries of the world after Second World War, only two countries of the world became imperialist. One is Russia, the other is China. Why? Russia and China are or were not part of the imperialistic chain. Russia was a socialist country, China was a socialist country. They were not depending on America, Europe or any other imperialist power like India. India was a dependent country. China was a socialist country not depending on imperialism. Russia was a socialist country not depending on imperialism. But Russia became capitalist. China became capitalist. Naturally they became imperialist because they are not depending. They are deciding their own. Chinese state monopoly capitalism. What is state monopoly capitalism? What is monopoly capitalism? Monopoly capitalism is imperialism. China it is bureaucratic state monopoly capitalism. No doubt, China is now ruled by a bureaucratic state monopoly capitalism. It is a party bureaucracy that is ruling. It is a bureaucratic capitalism. Bureaucratic capitalism means now China is not depending on any country like India. That is the difference between India and China. That is the point that we have to elaborate, explain theoretically and ideologically that we have to do. Then, another question. Digitization, speculation, many things came. Both are different. Crypto was already there. Bitcoin already there. The central bank digital currency is 21st century latest. This is a fourth industrial revolution. So if China is now following, transforming, evolving central bank digital currency. So central bank digital currency, Chinese digital currency can be if another central bank India, or if Russia, or if Brazil, or if South Africa, other countries are also forming these digital currencies, then digital currency can be exchanged internationally, bilateral trade, no problem, very easy. There is a strict arrangement in Europe. That arrangement is not needed when you enter into digitization. So that is also needed further explanation that we have to do. But even otherwise also, China is going for exchange with the yuan. Whichever countries are exchanging with the trade with China, China is and that country, Saudi, Iran, they are trading with the oil trading yuan. So therefore, modern share is going down. Earlier, Saudi and Iran were trading in dollar, but now dollar they are replacing. So therefore, BRICS currencies, BRICS in their bilateral trade, they are using a new unit called a BRICS unit, BRICS currency. So then the dollar share will be going down. That is the point. So all these are not final comrades, these are trends. These are the new trends. That is what we are explaining. We are saying that everything is settled. No, it is the increasing trend in society. Similarly,
Financial capitalism. Speculative business.
yes. Okay, that is very important. Before that, that is surplus value is ultimately taken from production because who is creating surplus value? Worker. No capitalists are creating surplus value. Is we accept? No. It is surplus value, exploitation, plunder. Now plunder of nature also there. Directly plunder of nature. And apart from that, only working class labor is providing surplus value. Who questions that? If you question that, you are anti-Marxist. I cannot support. I am supporting that. But the problem, the speculative capital remaining in the sphere of speculation without entering into production. Now the economy is complex. By remaining in the sphere of speculation, they can appropriate surplus value from the sphere of production without participating in production. So small producers, small peasants, intermediate, they are exploited by in the process of super exploitation. Not only the working class, even national capitalists and small scale industries are collapsing. So they are sucking surplus value, whatever produced from the real economy. At the same time, by speculative thing, what happens? Prices are going up. Real estate, 1 acre of land. In 20 years, the price will be increasing 100 times. Actually, it is not real. Real value is the same, but the money value will go up, and those who are controlling money value will be controlling this. If you have money, if you have finance, you can purchase land. If you have finance, you can purchase factory. Understand? So that is a pure speculation. So speculation means who have money, who are controlling finance, who have banks, they can purchase anything without entering into production. That is what is called speculators are controlling the whole world. Because according to present data, 90% of the global economy is speculation. Only 10% is real production. That doesn't mean that surplus value is the base. So surplus value, how it is? The price is quadrupled, multiplied, skyrocketed, and everything is controlled by the capitalist. That is the point. We have to explain it in detail. Similarly, last point. I'm not going into details. Last point, left movement question.
Internationalist capitalists lead to world revolution or various.
Yes, that's what I mean. Capital. That is why we always say there should be international coordination, international alliance of the working class and opposition, no doubt. But today, that is general ideology. But the real thing should be country-based. So you have to have country-based work, international coordination, both are dialectical, no doubt. You have to have international ideological coordination, political understanding, coordinated work, and at the same time you have to organize communist parties and oppress the people's locally. That is a method. But at the same time, we must also understand that today international communist movement is also facing problem because we know among us there is differences in understanding the laws of capital, the logic of capital, because ultimately capital is ruling. When we say fascism, capital is ruling. RSS is being a tool of capital, and everywhere fascism means it is capital. It is a dictatorship of the terrorist dictatorship of capital. I am not questioning. These are all basic positions. But today RSS is the biggest terrorist, fascist, longest running fascist organization in the world today. It controls the microsphere, macrosphere, street power, judiciary, military, police, administration, education, culture, everything. Everything. RSS is controlling. But for capital, it is the lacking. That is why we say it is serving capital. Okay, so we will continue this debate. We will continue our discussion. And comrades can communicate with WhatsApp, everything. Okay, fine. Thank you.